Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com, and this is going to be your stock watch list and a little bit of market talk for the 3rd of April. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We're doing this video on Tuesday evening at about 6:30 Eastern Time, and I'm Mike, and I'm from zozostockwatch.com. I'm the founder. So each morning at around 8:45 a.m. Eastern Time, we do a briefing. Takes about half an hour. We go through a lot of stocks. We get set up for the day. We go through a lot of news. One of the stocks that we were watching, we went over Facebook, and also Kramer started talking about Facebook. Facebook, I put in the room at around 9:19 Eastern Time, 9:19 Eastern Time, and then Kramer started talking about it at about 9:23, so about 4 minutes later, and I had put in the room Facebook, watch it over 169.25. We spoke about it on the microphone. Kramer started talking about Facebook and Instagram and Zuckerberg. So we grabbed Facebook in a pre-market trade here this morning. I actually got about $2 out of this trade. Some folks are still holding this thing for a swing trade now because they got in so early. They have a nice cushion, so a beautiful entry day trade that's leading to maybe holding this thing for a few days on Facebook. So nice move up. I think it went up all the way up to 175 today. So I have folks that are still in this Facebook. So a nice trade there. Another stock that we traded today, and this was at 9:44 a.m. Eastern Time. We were watching VKTX. It was strong yesterday, VKTX. It had news last week. So we were watching this one for a possible bounce play. They did kind of start pushing it up. It consolidated under this $10.11. You're looking at a 2-minute chart here. They got it up over this 10.11. Now all these alerts are called in the room. Stops are given. All right. So if you notice VKTX and then the entry right underneath it, also at 9:44 for $9.99. So a risk of about 12 cents on the trade, and a nice push up to almost $10.55 for that one. An afternoon trade that we did, EDAP. Now, I was not very good at this trade. I'm a terrible afternoon trader because I don't have a lot of patience. But I got in this the first time at 402. I took some money off the table as it moved up to, what was it, about, I don't know, 408, 407. It started coming back at me, and I got back out. I told everybody, keep your eye on it for the possible move up again over 402. And this came later in the afternoon. I'll show you the entry on this one on EDAP. So EDAP, we call this at 2:54 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:02. So anyway, it popped up, it pulled back, I got out, and then I lost interest in it. But I had some traders take this back over that 4:02 spot, and this stock moved up to $4.35. So they out traded the teacher in the room today on that one. I just, if stocks don't go the minute I'm in them, I lose patience. The afternoons are so slow in the market, but my students and folks, members in the room, got a really nice trade in that one, EDAP. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the heat map from Finviz here. So Facebook up over 3% on the day. Google was up, as you can see, some red on the screen today. A mixed market. Walmart was down, Disney down, WFC down over 1% in the banking sector. Amazon was kind of flat today on Amazon. TXN in the semis was up. Intel was down. AVGO, the Broadcom, was down a little bit, a little under 1%. Apple had a good day today, up almost 1.5% on the day for AAPL. So kind of a mixed bag in the markets. The Qs were stronger than the actual SPY today, and I think most of that came from Facebook today, and some of the semis were moving up today. As far as your earnings for after the bell tonight, we'll take a look at these. GameStop came out. I think it's getting clobbered after hours. Dave & Buster's, PLA PLAY came out after the bell tonight. That stock, I believe, is moving up. You have Signa Jewelers, SIG symbol there. Nothing really on Wednesday in the afternoon. And then you have Constellation Brands on Thursday, STZ. That's Thursday before the open. As far as calendar of events for tomorrow, for Wednesday, you have the MBA mortgage applications. You have some straightforward economic numbers coming out at 10 o'clock, factory orders. You also get the ISM non-manufacturing index coming out, and we get the oil report coming out for tomorrow. Bitcoin was trading up today, so Bitcoin popped over, got up to 5,000, hasn't hit 5,000 for hit 5,000 for the first time since November. Sorry about that. And it was up about 16% on the day for Bitcoin. And then as far as unusual options activity, this courtesy of the Trade Exchange News Service, we had call activity in the OIH, that's the oil services sector. Lennar, Nvidia, Ameren had call activity today. CSIQ, NVAX, also had call activity. To the put side, you had MO Altria Group getting a lot of put activity in it. American Airlines put activity. HIIQ, a lot of put activity in that name on that one. KKR put activity. EXPE also. And that's some of your unusual call activity and put activity for today. So like I said, after the bell tonight, this news courtesy of the Trade Exchange News Service. This is their news box. They also do audio news throughout the day. So we had GME earnings per share beat by 1 cent, revenue miss. Concludes review of strategic and financial alternatives, announces 100 million profit improvement initiative. So that stock selling off in the after hours. Wall Street didn't like what they heard. Play Dave & Buster's earnings per share and revenue beat on PLAY. That stock moving up in the after hours tonight, a restaurant stock. Let's see. Play Dave & Buster's achieves quarter four comparable store sales increase of 2.9%. Play announces additional 200 million share repurchase authorization there. GME comparable store sales guiding to down minus 5% to minus 10% on GME. And so a lot of negative news there after the bell. AMD and Intel initiated a buy at Nomura after the bell tonight. So Intel, not much reaction on that one. Let's check AMD. I believe that one was moving up in the after hours tonight. Yeah, AMD moving up in the after hours on that initiated buy at Nomura. XLNX and NVIDIA initiated neutral at Nomura. Let's check NVIDIA and XLNX. Not much reaction to those in the after hours tonight. We had Blue Apron appoints Linda Kowalski as President and Chief Executive Officer. I believe it was moving up. APRN, Blue Apron. Yeah, that stock moving up in the after hours tonight. Might be one we want to watch for tomorrow. We'll get into our watch list in a little bit. We had the API crude oil numbers come out after the bell tonight. This moving oil up, actually, but it was a build. Crude oil API, a build of 3 million barrels on the crude oil, but USO, the ETF for light sweet crude oil, holding up okay in the after hours. So IZEA filed Form S1. IZEA is filing an 11 million common stock for their filing. Trump tells Fed Chairman Powell, I guess I'm stuck with you. That coming from the Wall Street Journal tonight. Let's see, BABA was moving down. BABA moving down. BABA on that news from AABA. Alibaba falls as second largest holder, plans to liquidate. And AABA also moving down in the after hours tonight. Some of your top insider purchases. We had LPG. MNI. Costco director purchased 3,000 shares there for Costco. We had a SBLK, a shipper, filed form F3A. Let's see, 950 million mixed shelf for SBLK. I saw Riot moving down a little bit in the after hours. They came out for Riot. Let me check the news on that. Yeah, they came out with a said that we require additional capital either in the form of equity or debt and that's from a filing for Riot, but not affecting the stock too much, RIOT. But some news coming out on that name after the bell tonight also. So we had the Dow Jones down about 79 points today. The transports were down about 18. The Nasdaq down 20. The S&P basically flat. So the stock market was mixed. Kind of a quiet day on the indices, but there were trades out there to have. I went through a few of them with you that we did in the service. Talked about Bitcoin already. Well, WBA had earnings this morning on WBA. This stock just got slaughtered today after their earnings came out and they lowered guidance. So that greatly affected the Dow today, as it's a component of the Dow Jones 30 there. DAL had a very good day. Is up 6% on the day. Their load factors were higher than they thought, and DAL moving up very strong, up yeah, about 6% on the day there on that one. And that was about it for some of the news during the day. Let's go ahead and take a look at the IWM. So the IWM still battling here at that 155 spot, still below the 200 SMA. By the way, the SPY, we did get that golden cross now on the SPY. We have the 50 rising above a flat 200 SMA. Anytime the 50 crosses the 200 SMA coming up, that's called a golden cross. It's kind of a technical term. It doesn't mean like we're going to the moon or anything like that. Just be aware of it. Like I said, the Qs were stronger than the SPY today. So nice move up here on the Qs. The recent highs on the Qs have been 182.83. So we closed at 182.73, made it as high as 182.91. So a little bit more to go before we break above this. But also the Qs, a possible golden cross here, hasn't happened yet, but definitely a little more strength in the Qs than the other markets today. Some other markets that were strong, the XBI, which is the smaller biotechs, setting up nicely here, up 1.44% on the day on the XBI for the smaller cap bios. The IBB also setting up nicely, recovering, bouncing off the 5 EMA here. The high today on the IBB was 113.25. So let's see what happens with that for tomorrow. We have the 50. We're holding above the 50 SMA, holding above the fast moving averages, and back above the 200 SMA on the IBB. Please make sure you hit the like button down below on this video. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell to be notified whenever we do a new video. Let's go ahead and get into the watch list. So Apple first up on the list here. AAPL had a good close today, a good day today. If it can build above or get above this 194.55 spot for Apple, might get interesting. Let's see, where is it trading at? 193.52. So I'll be watching Apple tomorrow. Ameren will be back on watch, kind of curling back up here, holding above the fast moving averages, maybe over this 2050, 2065 area for Ameren on that name. Blue Apron had some news that I went over. They popped it up. Let's see if Blue Apron wants to do something tomorrow. Not a favorite. BAND in the software infrastructure space, holding up okay. Consolidating, holding the 20 SMA, holding that 65 spot. The high on this name is 68.72. So we'll see if this one wants to get up over 68 $8 on this name to see if it wants to continue back up on BAND. Blue finally getting up over that 160 area. Now the high today on this name was 161.61. We had a recent high also on BLUE of 161.92. So keeping an eye on this name, maybe we'll get a red to green kind of a move in BLU. CIFS, a China name, perking up here a little bit. 1 million shares came into this name, has that $4 area. I think it needs to get up over. So watching this CIFS to see if it can break out above that $4. Maybe we get a continuation move. CNAT was moving up. Now this is a name that was pulverized when news came out. So CNAT moving up into the close. I don't know if anything is going to come from this, but watching that one. EDAP had a strong close, pushing up. So this one will be on watch for intraday move. Would like a little bit of a pullback, maybe a push down to VWAP or something during the day. So EDAP will be on watch. Etsy looks interesting. Starting to curl back up, holding that $65 area. High today on Etsy was 70.69, closed at 69.73, maybe back over 70 and a quarter. Possible swing trade in this name. Fate holding up well today. The small biotechs were getting some buying. If it could take out the highs today, maybe Fate gets interesting here. 1855 was the high, so maybe that 1850, 1855 area for FATE. FOLD, kind of flagging here on Fold, has that $14 area up ahead, so keep Fold on watch. FUV, trying to get above and hold above. I mean, she's trying to hold above $5 on FUV. Very spready intraday, though, on this one. Volume today, 142,000 shares. Volume can always come in. So FUV, keep an eye on that one. Make sure you say the V after the FU. GH, you see this hammer here at the 50 SMA on the daily chart. So a nice hammer candle here on GH, right around that 50 SMA. So this one will be on watch to see if there wants to be a continuation move in GH. Was a very strong stock. I think there was a lockup or something on this thing, and so it got pushed down, now trying to recover. So GH looks interesting. Let's see, what else do I have on my watch? On Netflix, for you, if you like to play the bigger names, needs to get probably up over that 369, 369 and a quarter for Netflix. Let's see what kind of reaction we get in NVIDIA from Nomura. Maybe that 184 area for NVIDIA, watching it. Another name, Plag, a China name, was popping up today. 1.1 million shares came into PLAG. Can have spreads in it, but nice pop, nice move up here, getting back above $5. So keep an eye on that one. PVTL, also there in the software application space. The highs today on this one, 21.25. So maybe for a continuation move through that 21.25 spot. SGMO had news with Pfizer today, PFE. So this stock gapped up, was very strong today. Look at this move in the pre-market and then kind of tailed off. But maybe it needs a little bit of a rest tomorrow, but definitely one to keep on your watch. Shack flagging here at the 5 EMA. That one will be on watch. Restaurant stocks have been pretty strong. Let's see, TCON. Getting above the 200 SMA here on TCON on the daily chart and moving up in the after hours tonight. TCON, let's see if that wants to do anything. Twitter finally getting up over that 200 SMA on TWTR. So a lot of folks watching that $34 area. The highs today, 33.89, maybe 33.95 gets Twitter going. So keep an eye on TWTR. GWTR. And like I said, Facebook made a big move up today. Let's see, doing anything in the after hours, hanging out at around 33.74. So we'll keep an eye on Twitter. YRIV, an under $1 name, but I know some folks that watch my videos, they like these under $1 names, so I try to point them out. It's starting to curl back up. We're still below the 50 SMA. The high on this name, 77 cents today, closed at 73 cents. So if it could take out the highs of 77 cents, keep an eye on that. Lastly, ZYNE, big move up here on ZYNE, big strong candle too. 4 million shares came into this, not a seller in sight on ZYNE, and is breaking above this 650 number. Would like a little bit of a pullback now. We've come from about 550 all the way up to 650. Maybe if we can get a pullback and then a reversal back up, ZYNE one to watch for tomorrow. All right, everybody, so we'll end it there. I don't want to keep everybody too long. It's about 20 minutes into the video. So everybody have a good day trading tomorrow. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. Come check out my service. We charge $30 for your first month, $30 for 30 days. You could come kick the tires, see if you like us, check out a professional atmosphere in the service. So it's $1 per day for your first month at zozostockwatch.com. Have a great evening, everybody. Good day trading tomorrow. We'll be back at it with another video tomorrow night.